Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Dreamland. As always, I am Jim, your beloved host, joined by a full house today. You'll see we got Daniels, got Alex and Soto, got Fire Blaster, we have Pidge even. We currently don't have Darkhorse, but he'll be back. He's doing God knows what. I think something related to his league wrap-up party, which as far as I can tell, is eventful. So if he wants to talk about it, maybe we will. But if not, we'll just get to it. On our agenda today, since we haven't been on for a couple of weeks, mostly just want to talk about some crazy tournaments coming up, and of course Gommel, which was nuts. We were hoping to have Derek on because of his kind of crazy run, but unfortunately he couldn't be with us this week. Maybe another week if we might be able to really dig into talking about online versus offline play because I know that there are some strong opinions with some people that frequent this show. I guess just to start it off, Gommel, Pidge, you ran it. Everyone says it was the greatest tournament that's ever existed. Tell me more. I
Is that actually a thing that people are saying?
don't know if they say it's the greatest tournament in the world.
Okay. Oh man. So for me, Gommel was quite a whirlwind. It was my first time running a tournament of that size before. Like I've been TOing for about 2 years now, but it's mostly been stuff local to the GTA, Greater Toronto area. For those that keep wanting to make Grand Theft Auto jokes that are not funny anymore. Um,
They're funny.
maybe you don't hear them every day of your life. Um, anyway, Gommel, we had an ambitious goal of getting the entirety of 64 done in one day, because before the tournament launched, myself and the other people in the seating chat were talking about how T.O. Joe, who was the head organizer of Gommel, he proposed to us having 64 happen top 8 at 10 a.m. like it is at most tournaments, but I asked him if we had the possibility of moving it to Saturday night, and he was totally open to that because he's very much a supporter of 64. He just wants to do as much as he can to make us happy and listen to like our demands and stuff like that. He's pretty cool. So Kiro really wanted Saturday night finals, and Shears was also on board with it. So I was like, I could do either way. So okay, yeah, let's do top 8 Saturday night. So we got that. Um, that also meant that because it was a 2-day tournament, we had to do all of pools in one day and then all top 32 bracket after 4 waves of pools. And 64 did not have pool captains, so it was myself and Vanilla Rin, my co-TO. She and we ran every pool in that tournament, which was not as bad as it sounds. The hard part actually was delaying bracket matches so that we would actually have something to show on the stream, because the first 2 pools that we did before the streamer even got there were done in under an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so for the later waves when our streamer was in the venue, I had to purposely slow down all the pools we had to try and fill up as much time as possible, and we were still left with about half an hour after every pool. So apparently 64 in Canada was really, really efficient until we hit top 8, of course. Some cool things that happened. One of the things that made Gommel notable, I guess, was that everything everything started on time. All the pools finished on time. Everything happened exactly when we said it would, except for the fact that our top 8 took so damn long that we had to move top 3 to the next day because we were not allowed to stay in the venue longer than 12:30 a.m. The venue was kicking us out.
Why did it take so long to do top 8? Do you think at least?
2 words: Pikachu dittos. 3 words.
I thought you were gonna say 5 stocks.
I don't think the stock count would have had much of an influence on that because we started our bracket at 7 o'clock, which we were in top 8 at 8:30, which was pretty good.
Wait, you started. Oh, you were done with pools. You were just doing your top 32.
Yeah, probably with top 32. Top 32 up to top 8 took about an hour and a half, which was pretty fast. But then we had a lot of sets unexpectedly go to game 5, especially because I don't know how much you guys know about the bracket at Gommel, but it was absolutely nuts. It was the biggest tournament that Canada's ever had, which means a lot of our top talent was there. Obviously, the Super Boom fan, Revan, the Z, and Y-Bomb were all there, who were considered to be the top 4 players in Canada. And, of course, Super Boom fan gets first, doesn't drop a set. Kira was there, Shears was there, Fire Blaster, Nintendo, Bark the Shark, tons of Americans were there. Cody was there. That was
Yeah.
Cody, you dude. I loved having you on commentary. You were sick. Like 20 dudes from Ottawa showed up, which was like hell on wheels to seed. And a bunch of Montreal guys showed up too. And Montreal plays with Ottawa all the time, so no matter what I did, someone was going to complain about being in a pool with someone they played too much. So we did our best to separate everybody. Anyway, getting off track here. Look at the top 32 bracket right now.
I have it open.
Some things that happened at this tournament. Probably the first cool thing I saw, which was not a huge upset, like, because it wasn't a bracket upset or anything, but it was still like a really interesting set, was Y-Bomb versus Jam. That set took forever. Y-Bomb was seated above Jam, but only, I think they were next to each other, so that really could have been anyone's game, but he's still talking about that set like yesterday. He's very happy with how the set went. It was very enjoyable. Because I don't know if you guys know much about Y-Bomb, but he's not a guy that cares too much about how he places. He just thinks the game is fun and like he has no real desire to improve. But so if he keeps talking about a set that he had, that means that it was a really good set, like to watch. We had a local upset was Preston from Toronto beat Sextasy from Ottawa. Sextasy is either considered the second or third best player in Ottawa. I think
he's really good.
It's a toss-up between him and Janko. Preston is one of the best players in Toronto, but I don't think he's ever beaten Sextasy before, and they play, I think, in every single tournament, so that was first for him. I don't know who's playing music in the background.
Who's playing music?
I think Jason.
Darkhorse.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jason.
Yeah, I think Preston's upset got him out into top 32 on winner's side, as opposed to where he was seeded to get out on losers.
It also meant that Sextasy ran through losers. He took out Jam, which was he kicked him out in a 2-0, which was really cool. Then he beat Janko, who's the other player that's also considered second best in Ottawa. It's kind of a toss-up between them, so Sextasy kind of retained his title there, and then he lost to Bark. A guy who spends like half his time between Ottawa and Toronto before he moved to Seattle ended up taking Bark the Shark to Game 3 last stock in pools, which was really cool. Canada kind of made a good showing there. What else happened here?
Well, should we get into it?
No. Revan beating Wizrobe. Okay, so here's the great thing. Gommel had Losers Corner streamed.
What?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened before at a major?
Anyway, one thing that all the Acadians love was that this time we actually got to see Revan versus Wizrobe, and Revan was victorious for the second time, proving that his off-stream performance at Pound was not a fluke.
What do you think that he beat out Wizrobe? Like, what? Because, I don't know, Wizrobe just seems like this big, like a wall. Like, you just can't beat Wizrobe unless you're just clearly better than Wizrobe. I don't know, maybe that's an inaccurate way to put it.
It's hard for me to say. I think Revan is just really good at the Yoshi matchup. Revan is also, he's an incredibly smart player, and he's shown so much improvement over the last year, and he's just like, he does more and more impressive with every tournament he goes to, and taking out Wizrobe twice in a row, I think, is really a testament to his skill level. Then of course we had the Z beating Kiro in losers finals. So we had a Canada Grand Finals with the second best player in the USA in attendance.
We had Fox in Grand Finals. Let's say
yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that in a while, have we? But that was probably one of the more unexpected things that happened in the tournament, was seeing the Z take Kiro out. I think it was a 3-0.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's a 3-0.
Let me know when you're ready to talk about what I think we are all thinking about when we think about Gommel.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure what you're referring to. Let me just kind of look at this bracket for a sec here.
Oh my god.
I heard like there was some online guy that showed up or something. What was his tag?
I think it was Fuck Vowels.
Started with a D.
Oh, no, not that guy. Yeah.
Daniels.
Handsome Tom.
No, guys, I know who it was now. It was Dong Boner Storm.
Oh my god.
Yep.
God damn it.
Okay, obviously we're talking about Derek here.
So hot right now.
So, this guy, this was his first offline tournament in his entire career. The only tournament he has ever played in before this, pardon my Canadian accent, was an online tournament that he played sometime in the past. He doesn't normally even join those. He had played in one. That's what he said in his interview. Derek comes into this bracket on the loser side, he lost to Fuck Bowels in pools, which is.
I mean, he's good, but not that good.
Fuck Bowels got 17th, I think. No, he got 13th.
Yeah.
No, 17th. Definitely 17th. Yeah, he lost to Handsome Tom.
Yeah.
Derek loses to Fuck Bowels in pools. Comes out on loser's side, and let's look at this bracket run. He takes out Kyle from Montreal, who's pretty good. He takes out Shears. Then he takes out Nintendo. Then he takes out Fire Blaster.
When he dropped his first game.
Shark. Yeah, he dropped his first game to Fire Blaster, but those 4 names in a row, he just blasted through all the Americans on the loser side. He takes out Shears, Nintendo, Fire Blaster, and Bark the Shark all in a row. And every single one of those sets was like, we were just losing our minds, man. Derek,
yeah, I was in awe.
The thing about Derek is like I know he's a good player, not because I've played him online. Like, I know that he can also perform on console because he has come over to my house to play with me and Y-Bomb and everyone else that we bring over a couple times. Derek lives about 2 hours away from us, so it's quite a drive for him to come up, and we don't usually host on the weekends because that's when Y-Bomb works. But the couple times he's been here, like, the dude just dominates our entire house. Which is pretty cool considering that Y-Bomb is the best player in Toronto. Yeah, I don't know how much you guys saw of how much Derek was playing, but we put a lot of his matches on stream just because the fact that he was taking down so much of the foreign talent was just completely unheard of. I seeded him pretty high, but not too high because he didn't have tournament results. Like, as much as I wanted to seed him higher, I knew that I couldn't really justify it with the results. And then he takes the Z to Game 5 in what looked like he was going to take him out 3-1, but then he kind of choked Game 4 and lost, I think, a 4-stock lead or something. It might have been a 3-stock lead, and then just lost the set. But then he was kind of like, he was the star player of the tournament. We took him on for an interview after that, and the chat was going crazy. And, like, of course, all those Derek memes popped up. Like, Derek invented Z-canceling. Derek invented memes. Like,
my God.
And what we let him do was the streamer, Prozac, handed Derek his phone so he could read the Twitch chat while I was interviewing. He was just reading the Twitch chat out loud. And, like, Derek, he's a super friendly guy. He just laughs at everything. He's just reading Twitch chat and losing his mind. And one of the questions was, Derek, will you impregnate my future wife? And Derek just laughs. And I turn him and go, well, are you going to do it?
Yeah, the whole tournament was run so smooth. And I know Pidge thinks top 3 getting moved to the next day was bad, but I'm sure at that point, 12:30 or something like that, they were tired. And wanted the top 3 probably wanted to get a good night's sleep. But I mean, the tournament was run so smooth, so efficient. The venue was nice. It was my first time to Canada. It was like all around just a good experience.
Cody, it was awesome having you there, and I'm really glad that you showed up for that. And thank you for saying that. I was really nervous running a tournament like that. Kind of as my first time kind of running a bracket at a national and kind of being like the co-lead of that bracket, especially because 64 has like any TO for 64 is going to have big shoes to fill after Shears has been kind of like running the entire USA and doing a fantastic job of it. So he actually got to go to that tournament and actually got to enjoy the event without having to tell anyone what to do for the whole time. And he loved it. And he said, if this is what nationals are like for everyone else, why isn't everyone going to these? And
but
I said to him,
can we all agree we need to keep him off of commentary?
Keep Shears. Shears on solo commentary is great.
Yeah. I think it's. I mean, it's fun.
But when he has someone to tell stories to, it's bad.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
The thing about top 3 getting moved, the only reason that I was so going into damage control mode about it was because I know how much 64 people hate scheduling crap like this. All we talk about in the NA group. And also because I talked to the guys who were in top 3, and no matter what decision I made, I had to choose between doing losers semis or winners finals that night. I chose losers semis because it was very likely we were going to get top 3 moved to the next day, and from a streamer's perspective, it made more sense to have top 3 that are like play out winners, losers, and then grands, instead of losers semis, losers finals, and grand finals with no context for grand finals. So that's what I ended up doing, and if I had chosen losers semis, Z was upset, and if I had chosen winners finals, Kira was upset. So no matter what, someone was going to be upset at whatever choice I made, so I had to choose one of the 2 things. And that's why I was just like, hey guys, this is why I did this. This is why this happened. Had nothing to do with the staff or anything. It's because like our top 8s keep going to Game 5, and yeah, That's what
Yeah.
happened. But everyone seems to have pretty good feedback about the event. I think any mishaps in scheduling were completely overshadowed by just watching Derek's hype-ass run through the entire bracket. Like, for me, I love being in top 8 because I don't have to do any more TOing. All I have to do is make calls on what's getting streamed next. I don't have to be running around brackets. I can just sit back and watch this random Pikachu from Cambridge destroy everybody.
Yeah, not only was it a good tournament to go to, I mean, it was one of the, if not the most like hype top 32 / top 8 to watch. I mean, so many good sets, and I even got to commentate a good amount on it. I couldn't believe what I was watching with Derek. Not only was it extraordinary, I mean, what he was doing, the fact that it was his first tournament kind of made it even more so.
Yeah, and I guess that's really a testament as to, like, I know that there's a lot of arguments over whether online is still kind of like a relevant training tool nowadays when console scenes are so accessible to a lot of people, but Derek kind of really, he makes a really strong argument for online still being a good way to get better. But I guess in order for online to be a good way to improve, you have to have other people that are willing to improve with you.
Yeah, and the fact, I like how each pool, I mean, you guys ran, what was it, 4 pools?
It was 2 pools at a time, 4 waves of pools, so 8 in total.
Okay, all right, yeah, it was having each pool and having pretty much, I wouldn't say most, but a good majority of all the matches in each pool on stream and all the finals on stream allowed for me, I mean, that was my first stream match, I mean, ever at a major, and I got 3 out of my 4 sets that I played on stream, so that was cool. I kind of liked how you guys worked that out. The stream was super, I mean, provided by EMG, was super official, and everything, like going back and watching it was, I mean, it was so, what a tournament.
Our streamer, actually, I gotta give him shoutouts. Prozac from EMG. That dude's awesome. Like, he doesn't follow 64 very closely, but he loves our scene, and he was our dedicated streamer for the entire weekend. We did not have to bring any of our own equipment or anything. He was just there being a homie and running the stream for us right up until we finished grand finals. He was not even originally scheduled to work on Sunday, but he came in anyway just to finish top 3 for us because he likes us, and because he's awesome. And then he let us use all of his stream equipment so that we could stream doubles, and he showed me how to use his settings for the stream, and then we ran the doubles tournament live, and that was a lot of fun.
So that's your boss, right, Jason?
Yeah.
Good guy. Really set us up on that one. Well, I'm really, I haven't heard anything but praise for Gommel so far. I mean, except for, I mean, obviously, there was the whole issue of discounts, but with that, I mean, it sounds like that was mostly taken care of by the time that tournament got done. So, I will say I was super glad that when Derek was doing well, because before then, online's a weird place because people can just change their names, and unless you know how they play, you can just not recognize someone. So you'll think that you're getting a lot better because you'll like have a couple days where you only play against people that aren't very good at the game, and then you'll play against someone who you're like, oh, here's another random. I'll just go for risky stuff and see what I can get away with, and then it turns out to be someone that you've like never seen before, and they're really good, and it was just someone under a different name. And I would always play against Derek when I was feeling like I was really good. I was like, some guy named Derek, I bet he kind of sucks. And I would just get blown out every time. I was like, "Who is this guy? This guy doesn't play anyone. Like, I don't know what's wrong. Am I just like playing really bad today? What's going on?" And then, no, it turns out he's really, really good.
Yeah. Did Pidge? Did you compete or did you just run it?
No, I furthermore refuse to compete in tournaments that I'm also TOing because if I do both, I do them both poorly.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's stressful.
But luckily, Vanilla Rin, she was my co-TO. She's awesome. In fact, when I stepped down from running the Flayox series, she wanted to take it over. So I was like, well, you've been my co-TO for a while and you're extremely competent. So yeah, the series is yours now. So she is starting to run them again at the end of June. So that means I can start competing again because I'm kind of feeling like the bite to get back into it.
That's actually a good... I was having a thought about this the other day about kind of the structure of the leadership in the community. like you'll have people that are really passionate about the community, and they put in a lot of work. You know, obviously Daniel's, I mean, I could probably say everyone here except for Javier or Jason because you guys suck, but everyone else, like
Pretty much the worst.
everyone like
It's so crazy. Yeah.
I'm not saying me. I was gonna say Ben Korn of Indianapolis. He's doing a lot of good stuff. I mean, but you have all these people that like really are very passionate, and you hope that the passion stays as long as you're staying in the community. But I was wondering what you guys think about formalizing almost leadership. I mean, most clubs, even like on college campuses, are like, you know, you have your president, vice president, treasury, or treasurer, secretary. I don't know, whatever your officers are.
I've had some thought about this actually kind of recently because I'm thinking like, you know, I used to be PR'd in my region. Like I was not a bad player as far as Toronto players are considered by any means, but I know that like my playstyle was suffering as our tournament started getting bigger, so there's more for me to do. And then when Rin stepped up and started to help, like she was a godsend. But I think like, do I have to forever resign myself from playing just because I have to TO every bracket? No one else is going to do it. Is that what she and I have to do? Like I wonder if there's any merit in having a group of people that maybe take turns running tournaments or something like that.
Yeah. And another thing is that each year you have elections for it, and if someone's going to stay in the organization, you know, you can just get reelected to president. But it'd be kind of nice to have that ability to kind of rotate and say like, you know what, I'm going to take a year off from having all this pressure on me, because it's like, even like, Alex, you're like, what's the Midwest doing? It's like, it's true. Like right now, I mean, I'm running this and that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm trying to have locals at my house, but for the past year I've been incredibly busy with school, and this next year I'll be gone. You know, I'll be living in 3 different locations over the course of the year, so who knows what's like. It wouldn't be a smart idea if I was, you know, going to be president or whatever it was for head TO for a year. That wouldn't really make sense. But if I'm the only person running stuff, I'm like, oh, I have weeklies or whatever, and then I just disappear for a year. Like, you have to have some system in place in order to maintain it, so you don't have to rely on people that just want to give everything that they can to the community. So.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is here. I mean, when we started doing the weeklies, it was kind of a struggle to even get 6 people. It was the same 6 people every week, and pretty much me doing all the work, organizing, running the stream, doing all that. Now it's been about 4 or 5 of the weeks that I've been gone. Someone else steps up and gladly runs the tournament at their house, whether that's Sonic Fuzz or Godspeed. They'll run the stream, they'll run the tournament, and it's like Havasu Smash kind of continues whether I'm here or not, and that's kind of good to see.
Yeah, dude, when I was out of town, I just gave Shears a key to my house, and he just ran the tournament without me.
Yeah.
What else
it's good to have someone.
I don't know. But I mean, it's going to happen again when I come to LA because I'm coming on Wednesday.
So do you think that makes it less... you've checked your suitcases, I guess I should be asking.
Everything was still there.
So everything's in order. So
I also, like, one of my roommates was still around, I think. So it's not like the house was completely empty. But either way, like, I mean... Well, now I can say that it's all people I trust, so I don't really have too much of a problem.
So it probably wasn't Shears that defiled Rob Stone's precious luggage.
Everyone is still under research, so we'll see.
Still denying it, even though
it's just a mystery that's never gonna go solved. I'm sorry.
Even though it was obviously the Z.
Probably.
Dude,
you guys are all dumb. It was definitely Matt's.
Dude, why would the Toronto Blue Jays even be in that area at that time? I don't understand.
It was LD.
Dude, I bet it was the Z and Rob. I bet Rob just wanted people to feel bad.
What if Rob
for
just
him.
did it?
Yeah, he doesn't remember it.
That'd be some next level stuff.
Right? He'd be like, people feel bad for
his
me.
own suitcase.
I remember talking to LD at Genesis 3, and I said to LD, I was like, so what do you think about this theory? Match was the one who shit on Rob's suitcase. He just laughs. He goes, I can just picture Match just walking into the hotel room, taking a shit on the suitcase, going, yeah, and then just leaving.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, I wonder if there will be a poop incident at Snosa.
I hope
one
not.
can hope.
We will be
the
quite
worst
drunk.
you guys have is a shit post incident.
It's only right that it happened again.
Oh, what?
That's what makes the tournament.
First thing that you.
Someone's got to get their suitcase shit on.
Whenever Baltimore and LA come together, it's like shit.
Yeah, shit happens.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I mean, the first time it was like Mad Rush. It was Sad Rush. And
Sad Rush, Drunk Rush.
It was like Sad Rush and the Sink Pickle. Like it was just like
Oh,
weird
yeah, the
stuff.
sink pickle at Apex.
What?
There was just a pickle that was just in our bathroom the entire weekend, and we don't know how it got there. And
It was just this pickle, and it was just in the sink.
And he
Like,
ate it?
we don't know why.
no one ate it.
Oh,
It was
oh
just
god.
there.
I thought you said that Mad Rush ate it.
No, he
No,
was just
I
like
wish.
it was just a sloppy mess, and like
Yeah, he
fell
was just
asleep, like-
super drunk, and then there in the hotel rooms, there's always like a 1 foot crevice between like the bed and a wall, and he like fell asleep sideways in it. It was pretty funny.
I think the best was the fact that he woke up one morning in the shower with Killer's hat on.
Oh yeah, he woke up
Whoa.
in Killer's hat on.
But anyhow,
Yeah.
we
Continue.
digress.
Wow.
We are supposed to talk
continue
about
Snow
Apex,
talk
right?
a bit. We'll cover everything. Fucking crazy.
Well, I'm excited about SmashCon now. Yeah, let's talk about Apex. Pidge, I don't know how much you want to get into it, because, I mean, we can talk about the people. I mean, I think we've already talked about how people have misgivings about Apex. Obviously, everyone trusts you as a TO to run 64 as a fantastic tournament. What do you, I mean, I know we have some people confirmed, but it seems to be mostly East Coast. What are your thoughts on it?
Honestly, that's kind of what I was expecting to happen.
Mhm.
If people have misgivings about Apex, they don't want to support the series, they don't trust new management, like, that's totally their decision. I have really no feelings on that either way. I made the decision to join that tournament, actually. It was me who approached them and asked them, hey, do you guys want any help running 64? Because I thought, this looks pretty cool. Apex has a new staff, and it looks like they're serious about making it a decent event, so I'm going to see if they need any help with 64. So then I got asked to be the head TO for 64, and I was like, yo, awesome. And I really like the New Jersey Smash scene just because I've spent a lot of time traveling back and forth between here and there. So I'm really looking forward to Apex. Like, we're not going to get a huge turnout for 64. I think we have maybe 40 people registered so far, but I think Fire Blaster is our best player registered. And but also at the same time, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Stranded.
Oh yeah, Stranded is registered too. I totally forgot. Yeah.
He'll give
I
up
forgot.
against Fire Blaster.
Sorry, I forgot about Stranded.
Is
still a
Rob
decent
Stone?
turnout though.
Is
yeah,
Rob Stone?
Rob Stone's there.
Oh, Rob Stone. Rob Stone and I are considering starting a romantic relationship together. So,
This does not surprise me.
right? I mean, we just have that passion. We both
Yeah, are
mildly
there
to
any-
moderately hate each other.
Are there any Florida or Carolina players registered for Apex?
I don't know offhand. I would have to double check the bracket. But what I think Apex 64 is going to end up be is just kind of like reminiscent of our tourneys in kind of like mid 2014, where it wasn't like a huge thing like there. Well, relatively huge like they are now. It's just I kind of think it's going to be like COA 6 was, which was kind of like this random local that everyone showed up to for no reason, and we all just had a blast just hanging out with each other at this tourney, and we're going to have tons of time to do it at Apex. We're doing doubles on Friday, singles at Saturday, and our top 8 is in the morning on Sunday, which actually was my decision to make so that I was confident that there was 0% chance of any overlap with Snosa's stream. And I told the Apex staff that this was what I wanted to do. For that reason, they were all like, oh yeah, that's cool. We can schedule it to line up with that stream. Like, just let us know. Like, so that's what we ended up doing. There's going to be quite a bit of a gap between Apex top 8 and Snosa's top 16, but that was also because the way that the blocks were scheduled, like just the different games are all being given a certain number of hours. And I'm thinking, well, okay, if we put 64 second, if whatever game comes before it runs a little bit late, then yeah, our grand finals could happen when Snosa's stream is going live, and that could be kind of annoying for viewers. So we decided to do 64 early and just have it done and go get a fat bitch sandwich, come back and watch Snosa.
Good thing Shears isn't on. He hates those sandwiches.
What doesn't he hate? God, man.
Oh.
I've never had them. I'm gonna try
Jesus.
one.
Tell you what, last night he did not hate beer.
Yeah. Or sleeping.
Apparently, also, he did not hate Bark Sanchez. He was
Yeah, he's a pretty big fan of him. Yes,
they were working each other pretty good over last night. I'll tell you what.
That is still rendering. It's gonna be another. Oh, geez, computer slow down. It's gonna be another 5 hours.
8 hours of sheer sleep.
Ouch.
So yeah, I'll have a 3.5 hour video of Shears sleeping on stream up on YouTube probably tomorrow.
Various gifts. That'll be good.
Yeah. Every once in a while he rolls over. It's really exciting.
It had like 15 viewers, I think.
I know, there were like 15. There were 15 people in chat watching Shears sleep.
My God.
That was great.
It was like as much as the last LA stream.
Oh, right there.
I almost said Havasu, but I thought LA would be funnier.
Dude, you don't want to start
Yeah,
beef there.
Sleep on the
we
floor when you get
wish.
here.
Honestly, there were more people watching that than there were all of our stuff before that. So
People tune in, man. You gotta give the people what
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah, we wish for 15. Damn.
Well, I heard that there was chitter chatter on Facebook about Jason knowing what the people want. So maybe that's just a good example. I heard that you're the voice of the people.
I am a people's champion.
God, I'm not allowing that to get into
I'm
the
not gonna-
scene. Oh my God.
I don't want to be too greedy with our time here.
Something that
Greed. Okay.
something that kind of got touched on, or someone said something about. I guess we were talking about who the best player that was going to be at Apex. And I was having a conversation earlier today about, actually with Rob, about like who the top 10 in America are. Because someone was like, Bark Sanchez is a top 10 player in America. And of course Rob was upset because that's just what he does. And I was wondering what we should, like, I was thinking we could actually pretty reasonably get I know we've talked about this before, but I think we can reasonably, by the end of the summer, get to maybe a top 50 official or semi-official list.
I feel like once it gets out of like top 10 or top 15, it gets really hard.
It gets pretty fuzzy.
Sure. I mean, you can look at...
Like,
There's no harm.
I
in
think
trying
it's
to make a top
easier
10.
to do tiers. It'd be a lot easier to do tiers.
Oh, the tiers are for nerds.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there's no harm in just making a top 10 or a top 15. You
Yeah,
just
I
put
think
it out
top
there.
10 or top 15 should be easy.
For the US, I think that would be easy. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it sounds like...
here's what happens. Like I've seen this happen over and over in my state. In my state, there's this Project M, and they have like a top 10 tier list constantly put out, and whenever one gets released, people are always like, "What? Why am I below this guy? Why is he below them?" And it was just like they have the data. The people who are on the council to like make this list, they put out the data, the tournament results, their opinions on matchups and everything. And it drives people who are lower to get better. So like people are gonna complain, yeah, just do it anyways.
Yeah. I was about to say,
Yeah.
I love it. I love making it. It sounds like Daniels, you might have to head out.
Yeah, I gotta head out. I'll see you guys. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, good having you.
Well,
I'll see
have
you
a
in
good
a few
night, you
weeks.
guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit. It's what 18th
Yeah.
weekend of the 18th. We have for the first time ever. There's more than 2 of us going to a tournament. Since it's so close, we have 6 or 7 of us
Dude, that's
driving
awesome.
out.
We're at
Yeah.
9 entrants right now, so it's filling up.
Yeah, and I mean we're still trying to get 2 more. So I mean it's one thing to the 2, 3, and 4 spot on our PR here in Havasu is so hard to determine that we kind of all compare other tournament results. Well, I placed at this one, I placed this at that one. Well, this is one of the first ones that we're all gonna be at one tournament, so it'll be easy to kind of compare them all. But yeah, definitely, I'll see you guys in a few weeks. And then ODS is the weekend of my birthday, it's September 10th.
Yep.
I'm so excited. There's a lot of things that I didn't get to do last year that I'm gonna do this year. So that one,
Basketball, that's all I ask.
oh yeah. It was 125 degrees out today. I mean, just fucking brutal. And
it's funny. Like when I was there, it didn't bother me that much because it's not humid at all.
yeah,
But
and once you get to
still freaking hot.
125, yeah, it doesn't make it like you feel like you're in an oven. And me having all the medical shit, I can't even go outside because it's so hot. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.
Good having you, man.
All right,
I'll
I'll
see you.
Later, dude.
I don't know how we end up talking about the weather.
It's just that hot.
Actually, 100. Jesus.
Going back to what Fire Blaster was saying, we kind of see that in our region too. Like when we release a PR, though, a lot of, I would say like 10 people aren't as active as we'd like them to be.
Yeah.
It still like lights a fire in people's asses to fucking get better. And so I think that's gonna be the case if we release something along the lines of like top 20, even top 20 or something a little bit further than that. I think top 10 though. We have all the data to do a top 10. I think we should extend it much further, like Fire Blaster was suggesting earlier.
Yeah, and I think you can do top 10 in America easily. I think in North America you can do.
You're about number one. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, we can do top. I mean, top 10 in America would be Child's Play. Top 20 in North America would probably be Child's Play too. We could get out down to top 50, depending on how many tournaments we can, put into there. It'd be harder to do top 50, but I think that'd be good to shoot for. When you look at like 2013, I think was the first year that Melee Omni.
Yeah, well, you could put in like certain requirements, like you had to go to X amount of tournaments this year, and you had to place so and so higher at that tournament, like stuff like that.
Right.
So it kind of just weeds people out.
Yeah, makes it a little bit more manageable.
One of the other benefits to creating lists is just we get to create this culture where we get to know more names that are in the scene, like we otherwise would not talk about, like in conversations like Sexisy.
Like this guy.
He's an amazing player. That guy. Yeah, I think we need to start developing that culture where a lot of people know more names than just top 8, top 16. Because, I don't know, we really need to like drive that culture kind of like, I hate to reference Melee, but like Melee, like a lot of people know a lot of different players. Like they know 50 good players. Right. I think we need to like develop that culture where we start talking about our game beyond our scene.
Yeah, and that's why I like talking about. I mean, that's why I try to plug as much as I can for scenes that haven't gotten a bunch of travel yet, or are notable for whatever reason. The big one that I always talk about is Colorado, which is actually, I think, pretty dense in skill.
I think they're going to be secretly really good at SmashCon.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Because you know Mad Rush.
Mad Rush over there, and he's pretty good.
And he's 5th right now, something like that.
Yeah, he's like 5th. He was like 8th or 9th in SoCal, and then when he was going over there, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be number 1 easy." And then he gets like 5th at his first tournament. We're like, "Dude, who is over there? What humans are over there?"
And I think
they know nothing about the competitive scene too, which is even funnier.
Yeah, so 2 of them. There's 2 brothers that came down to a Kansas tournament that I was at, and they did really well. I played the worst tournament of my entire life, so I didn't get to play.
Sure.
No, it was bad. Like it was rough, man. But like I was playing better later on. Like I was playing, like I normally would after the tournament, and they were still pretty good. But one of them won it, and then another one got 3rd place. But they're really good. I mean, there's some people in Kansas that probably won't travel, that would do well nationally, but who knows? And then I like talking about Indiana, not because they're good, but just because they have a good scene. I don't know. I feel like well, the hope is that with SmashCon around the corner, we'll see everyone come out for it, and then we'll get a better sense of what the actual landscape is like, instead of just all this like conjecture of me being like, I don't know, man, me and Zantetsu might do pretty well, and then like Colorado's pretty good, and everyone's like, okay, shut the hell up. Who cares about the Midwest? Yeah, you like that, don't you, Jason?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I definitely agree that we need more visibility with all of our players, because I think building a community is important, and right now it seems like most people are trying to build local communities, which I think is the right way to go. But the next step after we have these good local communities is to really try to make them as connected as possible. And I think East Coast has done a good job of it. I think that West Coast, you guys seem to be doing a pretty good job of it. I don't know how much NorCal, SoCal you guys have going on.
NorCal, SoCal, the rivalry like just sparked. We actually had a tournament the past weekend, which was really stacked. Mostly just because we brought a ton of people, but it was still a really good tournament.
I mean, it was just like you guys and Cammy Maru.
Yeah.
Nintendo
did good too.
Oh yeah, Nintendo.
Because he's out there now, because he's at Twitch.
Yeah, Ballin' for life, Fraud for life.
Fraud for life.
Hipster was gone though. Hipster was.
Then we had Nick's. Hipster was there. Like he showed up. Yeah, he was there for like an hour. I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're gonna screw up the seating. Like we didn't know you were coming. And he's like, oh, I'm only gonna play friendlies for an hour and then fly out.
I was about to say because he was in Indiana for a tournament.
Yeah. So he just came for friendlies.
Which I don't know.
He lost his first set, so that was interesting. But he got third.
Hipster has some good name recognition. I think mostly because of his work with Treg, and I can appreciate that, and I think that he is a very decent player. As a fellow Fox main, I do feel a little bit of I don't know the right word, but I think like whenever there's someone that you're like, why is this person getting all this recognition when I know other Foxes that I think are better? It's a little bit hard to like see that happen. So it's like not disrespect to Hipster, but it's just like, why is he getting chosen? Do you guys know what I mean? I guess you guys all play Pikachu, so...
No, he's making the...
Pikachu
travels.
What's Pikachu?
He's making the right moves, and he travels.
He just travels, that's all.
Maybe that's it.
It's that Treg train.
Yeah, but he teamed with my buddy, and they did pretty well, so... Can't say too much about that, because any Fox that does well in doubles is... that's fucking incredible, man. Alright, well, you guys want to talk about Sinoza? Because that's happening the same week as Apex. It's going to be sick. You guys have, what, like 10 spots left before it fills up?
We have 11 spots. So, yeah, we have a cap at 100 players. Just some notable names coming. Pretty much everyone. We got Isaiah, who apparently is going Nest the entire tournament. I don't know if that's actually going to hold up. So we got Isaiah, Super Boom Fan, Mariguas, Dexter, Jaime, Baltimore, Jimmy Joe's coming, Kiro. I mean, the list just goes on forever. Kimimaru's coming down. Cabal, he's coming out of like his secret hiding. He's like one of the best online.
The last tournament he went to was Snosa last year, right?
Yeah. He's like a really old school, well-known Samus player. Like some people saw him as like one of the better Samus players.
Okay, I know about this.
Yeah, and then we got a ton of people coming.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like and it's a Smash 64 exclusive. So I would think it's one of the biggest ever, if not the biggest ever for a Smash 64 exclusive. And then he could go on.
Yeah, and I mean, aside from the fact that like we have an amazing amount of entrants for a 64 exclusive tournament, I think the narrative of this tournament is what's really driving it, and it's Isaiah v Boom. It's like reigniting that rivalry that we've all wanted to see like come to the conclusion of who's better. And so that's one thing that everybody's really looking forward to. But there's a lot of other matchups too that I think people are looking forward to, like Mariguas and Kiro again. That should be fun.
Yeah, even Mariguas Isaiah. I mean,
Mariguas Isaiah should be good.
Yeah, because.
Or better yet, like everybody just getting a shot at Isaiah again, because Isaiah took out both Tacos and Mariguas at Genesis, so they're gonna get their. We'll see how bracket goes, but hopefully they get a rematch of some sort. And I highly doubt that Isaiah is gonna go all on this. I mean, he said he was gonna go all DK. It totally did not happen.
Yeah, I think he's gonna realize how good everyone is.
Yeah, I think it's a shame how much he's underestimating his competition now. But I don't know, it's interesting. It makes for good talk. It makes for good narrative, especially with that post he made. What is it today about going Rat and Kirby against non-NA players?
Mm-hmm.
That's such a huge shot against.
What is such a troll? Oh my god.
Yeah.
He kind of is a troll. It's fun.
He said, well, he made some comment. I'm trying to find it now. He made some comment on the bottom of that post where he was like, oh god, let me just find exactly what it was.
One, he said it was like, you must like. Please, like, bring your passport.
Yeah.
Your country of origin. I was like, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, even on top of singles for Snoza, doubles is looking like... Yeah. Like, we haven't had, like, a hype doubles tournament, but this is going to be, like, a hype doubles tournament, too.
Team better.
Yeah, we have Team Mayhor, and then Isaiah teaming with Kiro. Taco's Jimmy Joe. I think that will be interesting. I have no idea how that's going to go, but Jimmy Joe does really good in teams, and Tacos is obviously Tacos. So I think it's going to be pretty cool.
So what you're saying is it's a free tournament for a teammate.
Kiro Isaiah, because Kiro's been talking like he's actually going to train for doubles. I don't know if he's going to take that seriously or not, but I mean, Isaiah and Rith went so far, and now look at Kiro sucks at doubles, but
I just don't see it in.
It's gonna be super interesting, especially one of the things that I really want to see is how much better Marigo's got because he's been training a ton, and had you talked to me like 2 months ago or like even a month and a half ago, I would have just based off of skill, not tournament placings, I would have put Tacos over Marigo's just because he's had a really great run. He's attending a lot of majors, getting a lot of practice with high level people. But when Tacos and Marigo's went over to Dexter's, it was a couple of weeks ago. Like Marigo's was just dominating.
Yeah,
his rat.
He was just destroying everyone.
Yes, like he was I believe like Tacos and Dexter didn't take many games off of his rat. It was pretty crazy. So I really want to see how far he's gonna get. Like I think he might be like a good contender against Boom. I mean, not to knock Isaiah, but I think Marigo's has a better shot.
Yeah. So then we can move to that, and then just some like cool things we're running with the tournament. We're kind of just doing everything that everyone wanted. So we're just going crazy. We're doing round robin pools, and then we're doing best of 5 top 16. We're doing a doubles tournament. We're running an amateur bracket. We're running a salty suite. I mean, we're doing like everything everyone could ever want.
Are you doing a Shield
and YOLO tournament?
Oh.
We're doing a YOLO tournament,
dude.
Also.
Well, hopefully it snows at 3. You guys do Shields and Shells, and then maybe I'll come out for it.
We'll consider. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so much stuff going on, and then the salty stuff is amazing.
Oh yeah, you can talk about the salty suite.
But I think so. We got enough funding. Like we got through our tier list of funding, and what are some of the things that we got were Boom and Isaiah 12 character battle. It's not locked into Dreamland, so they're doing counter picks. What else? We're trying to configure a style battle that incorporates Janitor.
Janitor versus Tacos in a style battle?
Yeah, like...
How do you even score that?
Well, no, that's...
You'd have like a panel of judges, like a dunk contest, kind of.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure that out. I mean, because it's always fun to watch just people styling. Just for, like, that's all you have to do, so people are incentivized to style. But it would be great to see someone, like, toss around Janitor. Like, see the opposite for once. Because Janitor's usually the one styling on people. It'd be fun
to
ridiculous. See him get tossed around. But what else do we have? I know we have, I think it's Tacos, Boom, 12 character. That's what people
Tacos versus Boom and a 12 character also.
Yeah, that's all Dreamland, though.
Yeah, that's going to be all Dreamland. Boom and Isaiah, it's the old school stages are legal, I think.
Yeah.
So it's Peach's Castle, DK, Hyrule, and Dreamland. It'll be interesting.
Why Hyrule?
It'll be interesting.
What are you guys doing any 19XX stages?
It'd be so
I don't think we will be. No.
Even for doubles.
What's that?
Well, how are you guys going to navigate? How are you guys navigating doubles?
When you lose, you get to counter pick, I think.
No. So if you're going to be, you guys are running a doubles tournament. It sounds like it's pretty. Are you guys going to do overclock consoles, or are you guys going to use the game chart?
No, we want to overclock consoles. So
one.
We'll probably have one or two.
So it's just going to be laggy doubles.
Well, I mean, that's
what happens, man.
For the stream, it won't.
Yeah, for the stream, it won't. So you guys won't see anything.
Yeah, you won't see lag.
Yeah.
You'll see crisp overclock.
But for the time being, everything else won't be.
Yeah.
But
that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good event. It's in LA. LA's a cool place. So, we're pretty excited for it. Well, I'm sure we're gonna get to 100 entrants. So that's pretty cool.
It's already bigger than Gommel. So Gommel is 83 entrants, and you guys have already passed that.
Yeah, we're at 89.
So there's not a whole lot.
We're gonna get to 100 entrants.
Wow.
We'll break. Yeah, we'll be right at 100 or break it.
Just a side note for anybody watching that was curious. We did actually try to fly out the Z.
We actually did make the effort to try and fly out the Z as a surprise.
We made an offer to him, but I think he's got stuff going on, and he needs far more time in advance to ask for it off. Other people that we consider were actually trying to fly in Bonze, but he's not available either. So we're just gonna make the event that much better.
Yeah, we're just gonna put a lot of infrastructure into it. Just get a lot of really fun stuff, and, it's gonna be a really good time.
Is it 3 days or 2 days?
2 days. We're excited. People are gonna. It's kind of crazy. Like because we live in the LAS house, and we're moving. So we're moving to a different location. But so this is kind of our final farewell for the LAS house, this original LAS house. But for an entire week, or no, 6 days, we're gonna have Isaiah, Boom, Tacos, Kiro all staying at our apartment. So it's gonna be so we're just gonna be streaming a lot.
We're gonna have several majors.
Yeah, we're pretty much having several majors. And the cool part for us, just people at the tournament, since we're gonna be moving, we're actually technically moved this weekend, but we own the LAS house until July 1st. So we're turning the original LAS house into just full setups, pure Smash. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's just the dream for us. It'll be a nice goodbye.
Dang. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. People are.
It's gonna be a good time.
People are asking.
Hopefully no poop. There won't be much poop, I hope.
Dude, just enough poop. So people have been asking why there's not going to be any low tier tournaments.
We might do it on the side. We'll see what happens. But the YOLO tournament's the YOLO tournament, and we're taking most of the funding. So it's a $2 entry for the YOLO tournament, and then the first place just gets $20, and then we're putting the rest of the money to the International Player Fund for Smash Fun.
That seems sweet.
So it's for a good cause. Don't worry.
Yeah, I like YOLO tournaments being just charity tournaments.
Yeah, it's kind of like a charity tournament. It's just for everyone to have fun and
because no one really gives a fuck and it's part of my language.
Yeah, yeah. But then so Saturday we're gonna run all the way up to either top 8 or top 16. Kind of just depends on the time. And then Sunday we'll just run the best of 5 for the rest of the people. So it's pretty cool. And then the venue's a cool place. Usually we run monthlies there, and we get unlimited coffee for venue fee. I don't know why that's a thing, but we get unlimited coffee.
That's sick.
So, yeah, it's cool.
I take advantage of that. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's going to be a really good time. A lot of talent coming out. It's going to be brutal to seed, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, no matter how you're going to do it, it's just going to... There's going to be upsets.
Yeah.
Unless you guys, when are you guys going to switch to 4 stock? When's that happening?
Yeah. Well, I'll look into it in a month or 2, maybe.
Actually, did I tell you guys? I don't know if I said this on stream or not, but we had a tournament where we did 4 stocks for singles and then 5 stocks for teams, and it was just the fact of switching between them. Instead of being all right, for a week we're gonna do 4 stock and then week 2 5 stock. It was Jason's not back yet. We'll let him know that Jason, while you were gone, we decided to start talking about stock count.
Oh, nice. So actually, once we start the next season here in Baltimore, we're switching to 4 stocks for the season, and we are gonna have counter pick stages from EverDrive.
Ooh.
We're just gonna do it the whole season, just so there's 13 weeks of data, at least of just us playing.
Yeah.
So.
I was telling these guys.
Why not?
And I don't remember if I've already said this before. I'm sure that I've repeated myself on so many of my little tangents. But I had a tournament where we switched between 4 and 5 stock for the different events, and that act of switching that same day was so. For me, at least, it was oh god, 5 stocks is so long. I love this game, but it's just such a big. It just felt so much longer. I was like, why is this game not over yet? I thought we were winning. I thought I only had 1 more stock to take. We're switching back to 4 stocks. Didn't feel what? Where's my stocks? It was just last stock's coming up. I don't know. It's just a little odd. I would encourage anyone that's tampering with that or tinkering with that type of thing with their rule set locally to at least mess around with that a little bit when you're doing serious sets. Just because it's a weird kind of feeling. I don't know what to make of it, but
we're just gonna make a hard switch.
Well, I like that you guys are doing it because the league kind of gives you an opportunity to just I don't know. You can mess with things, but people will take it seriously for the league. Hopefully, do you know what I mean?
I mean, we're just we're just gonna do it for a season. Whatever that's gonna be 13 or 16 weeks.
Yeah.
And see how it goes.
Yeah. So,
I like the idea of playing on different stages.
yeah, me too. Yeah, especially in like a controlled environment where you can kind of instead of like, will everyone have access to this? It's like, yeah, guys, we all do most of our practicing here anyway, so like it'll be fine.
I want to work on that Falcon on Yoshi's.
Ooh, yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
I was playing that. I was playing the Metal Cavern today. I tripped my buddy up because he wasn't used to the to the ledge or like the curvature of the stage.
Oh yeah.
So you can do like down tilt and it'll hit at weird angles, and you're like, that shouldn't hit. Like I was jumping. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Yeah, it'll be sick. Well, we kind of talked about all the things that I wanted to get caught up on today, at least.
Cool.
Because we were gone for 3 weeks. Sorry, guys. Javi, you have any feelings, any strong feelings about these tournaments? You want to make some beef with anyone? You want to tell Stranded that you're going to kick his ass at Apex?
I'm losing my voice, so any trash talk would be inefficient. I'd rather just save.
Well, dude, you can just give him a thumbs down. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Comment.
I don't know what to say. I'm not good at trash talk.
Well, dude, whatever.
Pretty good against Bart Sanchez.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta get out of here, Javi. You're
Probably
like,
plan that out for like a month then, if that's the case.
I trash talked him, and then why he beats me in the next 4 tournaments? Like, even if I said something just downright nasty, like if he beats me, like so what? Like.
To be fair, the trash talk was in the salty suite, and you won that.
True.
Yeah, so maybe you're not trashing enough talk.
Yeah, so you gave up after that one trash talking. Like, you need to do it every time.
Yeah, maybe you're not understanding how psychological warfare works, Javi, but this is the future of Smash.
Dude, Javi has his head so far up his own ass, he thinks that he can just trash talk once.
God. All right, well, on that note, let's get out of here. I got some Smash to play. My buddy's in town for the night, so I got to kick his ass. All right, well, thanks as always for joining us. Good to have you on for the first time, Soto. And I hope that all the tournaments go really well. If we don't, I guess I won't see you until afterward. So take it easy. And as always, we'll catch you down low.
Yeah.